So I want to share a bit about how much comfort and um, resourcing I get from the earth, especially in these times that, it just keeps intensifying how lost we've been as a society, and how much farther and farther we get disconnection from the earth, from each other, from ourselves. And one of the practices when I'm feeling really deep grief, and sometimes to the point of despair, one of the practices I do is I bring my body face down with my face against the earth, and I just let Mama Earth take all of it, and she can hold everything. There's no limit to the amount of grief she can hold, and I just feel myself. I can cry if I want to, I can rage if I want to, and I just let it all out. And then I can sometimes, after that's all released, then I'll sometimes turn over and kind of like a satellite dish receive. This is something I got from a friend named Seth for Truth. Just turn over and like a satellite dish receive all the goodness from the universe, and just how much that fills me up. And for me, I've realized that I need to be out in nature an hour each time, 3 days a week, as my minimum to stay sane and refreshed. It's almost like the air that I breathe. It's such a necessity, and it's something I always want to completely prioritize, because everything else in my life goes better when I take the time in nature. And something that also I got from John Young, he talks about the 8 directions, and there's qualities to each of the 8 directions. And the one that I resonate with the most, though I have parts of other directions too, is the Southwest. And Southwest is a real timeless, spacious, it's beauty and empathy, but it's this timeless spaciousness that's like kind of like the Southwest is kind of like siesta time during the day, or like harvest time during the year. And it's this slowness, and so I'm really slowing myself down. That's where deep nature connection happens, in that Southwest energy of slow, timeless time. And so it's a practice of being so quiet that I start to notice my inner voice and where I want to go. And so I don't really move until something draws me. And maybe I stay still for a really long time until something moves me to go. And so it's this being really connected. I'm seeing some of my California Toei friends. Oh, and chickadees I'm hearing. Just being really slow. And so it's like being with nature in a way that's different than just exercising through it, hiking through it, moving through it. That's wonderful. So that, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but deep nature connection comes when you slow down and you're really with your friends, and you're really bringing in all of your senses. And maybe your vision turns more to owl eyes, which is kind of a diffuse way of looking, so you can see movement more than focusing on one thing. And and just I'm very sensual just in my being anyway, but what's so wonderful is like the smells and the textures of things, and being with such a small, even a little patch of ground of just so much life happening there, and slowing down to really notice, and just how much pleasure can come from even running your hand against different things on the landscape, and feeling the wind, and smelling the smells, tasting things, just being just really coming to a place of feeling your belonging on this earth and that you're part of it. We're standing near a tree, an oak tree that I've been tending for years. It's not doing very well. I bring it my hair for nutrients and I water it sometimes. So just feeling, I'm kind of jumping around here, but just feeling a reciprocity, I guess is what I'm saying. I get so much, and what I can give is sometimes tending, and what I can give sometimes is my gratitude. I feel like that matters, and I get to be in gratitude and thanks for all the joys and gifts of being here. All right, well, I was just leaving the landscape again, and as I always like to do when I'm leaving is I just send a general thank you to the land.